There's so much disruption going on in the electric utility industry today that it's quite difficult to pinpoint a single, let alone a common challenge being faced. From the demands on the grid, from the upsurge of electric vehicles, to distributed energy resources and how to manage them. There's aging infrastructure concerns, cybersecurity, physical security concerns, not to mention the significant increase in the number of major weather occurrences causing massive long-term outages and resulting catastrophic damage. Furthermore, as I list some of the many areas of disruption facing the electric utility market today, it's important to note that each utility is going to be facing different issues and have different priorities, depending on factors such as geography, the state of their assets, as well as their current and planned technology ecosystems that they're dependent on. This is an interesting question, and it really underlies a core philosophical change to traditional software implementations, as well as vendor relationships. A primary goal here is to shift from in-house management of a solution to relying more on your provider, not only to keep the lights on, but also to be able to adapt their offering to meet the ever-changing needs of a utility. Vendors tend to have the highest level of expertise in their solution, and through a managed service model, a utility will better be able to focus on a more holistic vision of technology interoperability, taking individual solutions and making them more than the sum of their parts. Ultimately, it'll be through the collection, accuracy, precision, analysis, and actionability of data that utilities and telcos can focus on the health and betterment of their assets. This directly translates to improved offerings to their customers. With a managed service model, IT groups will no longer have to cross-train a variety of technologies and instead become orchestrators of their technology ecosystem. When discussing renewables, we're generally talking about solar, wind, wave, and local storage technologies, which are all a great benefit not only to utilities directly, but to the long-term health and prosperity of our planet. Renewables are critical in aiding both reliability and resiliency initiatives by creating a more robust grid that their customers depend on. Alternate forms of generation allow for increased agility in an industry that has a long and well-established tie to fossil fuels, hydroelectricity, and nuclear power. Renewables will not eliminate these sources in the short term, but being able to augment these traditional energy resources is going to better serve customers and the health of the grid. I think an important consideration regarding integrating and managing renewables is time. Time is often overlooked as part of the equation in any operational environment undergoing change or disruption. There's a great opportunity for continuous improvement as renewables become part of the norm. The good news is that utilities are willing to invest and innovate in new technologies. As they augment their generational capacity with renewables, they will also need to ensure that their existing technologies are able to adapt to the introduction of new operating environments and new data sources. While a utility must take the requisite time to integrate their renewables into their systems, technology partners must be ready to respond. A utility can be held back when they find themselves using end-of-life solutions or when their vendor is unable to deliver on promises. Agility and collaboration across all technology providers in support of this change will ensure the shift to increased renewables is a positive one for electric utilities. This is a very timely question and perhaps the simplest answer. For telcos, the switch to fiber optic networks is of utmost criticality. Their business need currently is to get fiber into the ground and made available to their customers to begin to adopt. Fiber optics provide exponentially better service to their customers while also being less expensive to deploy and maintain. This allows telcos to move away from supporting aging copper networks and reducing their costs. 5 years from now, the challenge will shift from getting it into the ground towards capitalizing on this investment. Telcos working closely with their technology partners to ensure they have an accurate representation of a highly complex state of interconnectivity are making a wise investment into their future. We have a large set of offerings including enterprise network modeling or GIS, enterprise asset management, LiDAR-based security systems, enterprise outage management, ground penetrating radar, multi-agency collaboration, and many more. What's unique about the various technologies I mentioned is that these would be primary, if not the only solution a given vendor would bring to the marketplace. The orchestration of these technologies require utility or telco to work with a large group of vendors to establish both immediate and future business needs. Hexagon's geospatial and asset management solutions are enterprise solutions that are interoperable under a single organizational umbrella. Our technologies are still interoperable in the larger vendor community, but for a telco or utility, Hexagon and our offerings positions us to be a key long-term vendor collaborating to move past the uncertainty challenge facing the industry today in partnership with our customers.